Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. We are on a fancy Monday, taking a look at my crazy bag here. Glad you're here. Let's get crocheting. Okay, so today's Monday, back to school day. It's going to be a lovely day. It's supposed to be snowing here throughout the day. So we're just going to pull that out. And what ended up happening is I found that I had left about that much space for this opening. And I found that it was not the easiest to open. So I went back and I enlarged it so it's a lot easier to deal with. And I figured out you could either turn your bag this way or it's going to be easy to turn that way. So that's really interesting that it's going to be slightly reversible. I'd probably put it this way so this gap isn't as big. But yeah, I'm going to have to hide these soon enough. But right now, I'd like to work on this mesh. I am going to be using a multitude of colors. I think that'll make it a little fun. So I got left of the blue, and I'm just doing chains of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just attaching it with a single crochet. Now it gets interesting when you get about here. This is not a chain of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to attach here. Slip stitch, not a single crochet. Let's do the right thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I thought this join was kind of ingenious because by using the triple double crochet here, it pulls you up to the next level without making it weird. If that makes any sense. It's not my first time doing mesh, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Obviously, I'm not very good at crocheting today. I am using a number 4. $4mm crochet hook. And we're just going to pull that through. I don't know how big I want to make this. And one more. as you can see, it can probably get kind of large if you want it to. So then 8, 9. So this is the last of my gray. I wanted the gray at the bottom, put the blue for this. And I'm also going to use more of this and more of this. And hopefully that'll be just enough to make it through. But this is a really boring project to watch, so I will update you soon on my progress. Alright, so we're going to change up the pace here. That last project is beautiful, it's coming along really well, but honestly, it's probably super boring just watching me count chains of 10. That's all it is, chains of 10, and then you single crochet it together. We are going to take a look at my cross stitch. I have been working on this particular one for a very, very long time, and I'd like to get it off my list. I've been doing quite a bit of the work of it off camera now that I got a couple skeins of the color that I was running out of, which is obviously a very important color for Spider-Man. Now, I'm just going to rethread this needle, which can be quite tricky because this one in particular is not very fond of having 2 strands. Embroidery floss comes with 6, so you have the option of using all 6, or you can bring it down. For this one in particular, I wanted to use 2. I thought because it's kind of really small that it's going to really lend itself to this particular piece of art, because it really is. It is really fun. That is one of my favorite sounds, is the sound of it coming back and through. I've been watching some people do cross stitch online, and there's some interesting techniques out there. I don't think I understand how to do them, but they're interesting to see. And I saw some punch art stuff, so I'm really getting myself all hyped up on doing that. I think I can make some very interesting art with that. It's not like I don't have yarn around available. And of course, I love my crochet, but my hands have been a little fatigued. So I've been doing other things to try to just give them a little breather. But I don't like stopping my creative processes. Because even right now, I'm thinking about like 3 other things I'd like to make, crochet and others. Alright, now I know the trend is, with cross stitch, is to have a neat back. This is about as neat as my backs ever get. I don't want to take the time to figure out how to do it. I don't mind my backs looking like this. This is not the side you're going to be looking at. So, if you're one of those, I apologize. But I will never ever be able to get on that trend. Goodness, my whole head feels like it's starting to get stuffed up. Alright, so, let's see these 2, 4, and 6. And carefully pull them apart. And one trick is to get like a medium size amount. You don't want to have a really long one because they do end up having the possibility of knotting, or losing this beautiful sheen that they have. It can start to fade the more you pull it through. So it's good to have more of a medium size instead of a long one. And I've been notorious for years for always trying to have the longest tail. And I pay for it. Every time. Okay. Another really good tip for cross stitch is having wax. Like honeybee wax specifically to run it through. So then it has a little more of a stiffer movement and doesn't get tangled so easily. Personally, I haven't done that in years. I don't want a piece of wax around because I don't cross stitch enough to make it worth it. When my mom and grandma were doing a lot of cross stitching when I was younger, there was always beeswax around. I purchased a program that keeps all of my patterns. And this one in particular was a picture I found online, and I had it, ran it through this program, and it made me my own pattern. So this is not something I bought to sell, reproduce, or give away. I've seen people do that with peeler beads and put them online, but I'm not planning on putting this pattern online at all. This is not a sales thing. Personal use only. And we're just gonna mark them off, and it marks off how many. So I have 1,476 in this particular color out of 3,470 stitches in this color. So yeah, I definitely needed to get more, and I decided to grab 2 because this was all we had in our stash. And if we found the color, I might as well just grab 2 because I am going to use quite a bit of this next skein, and then we don't have it anymore. Or a partial one is never a great idea, especially if the next one uses like this much red, right? And this color in particular is called Christmas Red Light. I said I'd probably end up throwing some of this in because I am working on this quite tirelessly. Because like I said, it is a lot easier on my hand. My hand is in a very nice rested position. But I am thinking about a few things I would like to start with my crochet. Things I want to continue on with. Get my corner to corner done. After discussing things with my son, he does want me to do something different with his pillowcase. Take a look here. So space there. I need 1 and 2. Okay, I got it. Let's make sure you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, probably not. There we go. The biggest piece on this particular project is his big fat head. I wanted more of a bobble styled one, and I couldn't find a good pattern, so I'd seen a few out there, so I thought for what I wanted, this is what I was going to do. Now I believe my space Oh dear, I already passed it, didn't I? There's 2 spaces in this one. Oh shoot. Okay, so I just took that off. I'm using the back. We can gently just take this out. So I'm going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to need to take out one more. Go to the back. Nope, that's the wrong spot even. I'm trying to take out the wrong stitch. I'm trying to poke it with my finger as often as possible to find where I need to find. Okay. Now we're going to rethread it. Put the space where it's supposed to be, which is right here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is easy to lose count with cross stitch, that is for sure. I see a lot of people use grids. I've never used a grid, so I'm not quite sure how well those work. Three, 4, and 5. And 1 and 2. That's as far as I'm doing this row. Keep in mind that this is all extended this way, but because I want to stop right here, and when I move my hoop over, I'll move the pattern over. Now we make the return journey. So I know a lot of people say to go straight across, all the way through till your color is gone. I don't always like to do that, especially when I have these small little bits of color that I'm going to have to outline and whatnot. I do enjoy the outlining, and this one in particular has a couple spots around here that are quite spaced out, or as they refer to in the community, confetti. Just random colors that make no sense in weird spots. I think I started cross stitching when I was about 10, 11. Right around when I started knitting, I was trying to find something that I really enjoyed. I don't mind knitting, it just didn't grab me as well as crochet did. But I started crochet like a few years ago. Like I dabbled in it occasionally, but I didn't really get into it till the last 3 or 4 years. 2 or 3. It's actually not been that long of a journey. And I definitely gave up on cross stitch for a while there because I was working on this one, and honestly I may have to just restart her. I don't really know where I messed up, but I was doing a beautiful angel, a lady angel, and I love her so much. She's so pretty. And somewhere along the line I messed up really bad. I cannot figure out where I messed it up, and it's to the point where I look at it and I'm almost in tears. I'm so frustrated with how crooked and how it suddenly like changes, warped. I don't know how it did that. And I was working on that my early 20s and I still have it all in a box going. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to finish it. My mom's not even sure. She's tried taking a look at it too with fresh eyes to see if she can figure out where I started going wrong, and I just can't. So that is probably something I may have to just give up on. I don't know if I even want to try. It was that bad. And I don't do that very often. I usually don't give up on my projects. But that one in particular just really... But she's so pretty. So I still might do her this for a Christmas decoration. And that's starting to look really nice. So that is his hand. That is his arm. This is kind of his face and arm. Kind of together, I guess. But yeah, I paid for this program. It's Cross Stitch something or other Pro. No, it doesn't tell me right there. There is a free version and there's a Pro version, and I went with the Pro version because of the options of making my own stuff, my own charts. And yeah, we just go straight through. Okay. Okay, that helps if I finished off marking off the row. There's only 1,459 stitches to go in this color. Seems like a massive amount, but it really goes fast. At least it does in my mind, so I mean that should count, right? Go. And that is the end of that part. And it's just a simple going back through, and that whole row is finished. Oh dear, not. Knots can really mess you up. They can break your floss. They can pull really tight and break. They can cause it to come through and cause the holes to become bigger. One thing I would love to try to cross stitch on, and I have some, is screens. I have some black screen, a smaller sized one, and I kind of want to try that. I've seen it done, and I found it very interesting. I don't know what I'd want to put on there, maybe like a nice little flower motif in a small, like, vintagey looking frame kind of thing. Like a glass panel so you can see through it, maybe. I don't know. I like that idea though. And here we go. Oh, we're almost there. I love the sheen of it. It's very... Probably could have gone with 3 strands, but I feel like when this is done, it's going to look pretty nice. Oh, there's the sound. I don't know if my microphone's picking up the sound, but I love that sound so, so much. Good stuff. My hand that's been hurting me off and on for the past 6 months it's nice and relaxed. I'm just gently cupping it. My hand isn't really bent because this is getting a little stiff. I think it's because it's supposed to snow. My legs are not doing well tonight either. I've been having a very uncomfortable evening. Heat pads galore and stretching, lots and lots of stretching, and that doesn't always help though. So, there we have it. Some cross stitch. Changing things up. Keep you guessing. Never know what I'm going to be doing on this channel. I'll probably be throwing in some diamond art because that is just a soothing. It's very, very relaxing because it's kind of like a paint by number. You're just basically what I'm doing here on the screen is diamond art. You just pop a color into a specific spot. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to put this away, and I'm going to bid you a good day. Thanks for joining me here at All the Crafters in the Box. Sorry if this was not your cup of tea, but it is definitely one of my crafts that I enjoy very much. I'm glad if you stayed. Glad to have seen you today. Have a wonderful day. Bye.